Showtek is a Dutch electronic dance music act consisting of two brothers, Stuart and Wouter Jansen, who began producing music in 2001. Starting out with techno and subsequently moving to hardstyle, they eventually worked in other EDM styles including progressive electro house. In 2012, the Showtek brothers began a series of collaborations, a project called Crazy Collabs, with producers from some of the other genres in dance music. Before the official announcement of their collaboration, they co-produced an EP with Tiesto and Anger Dimmers entitled We Rock As Boys Will Be Boys. On their project, they have worked with Tiesto, Hardwell, Justin Prime, Bass Jackers, and hardstyle duo Noise Controllers. Baldy and Cresty are the cartoon alter egos of the two brothers. Showtek also co-produced the upcoming single of Chris Brown Nobody's Perfect, which is produced by Lucas Hilbert and co-produced by Showtek and David Jost. The Showtek brothers also have their own podcast, available through their website and iTunes. In December 2013, they founded their own label Skunk Records, which is a sub-label of Spinnin' Records. The duo recently founded their own label Skunk Records, which is licensed to Spinnin' Records but is however not a sub-label of Spinnin'. The song We Like to Party by Showtek was the first title to be released under the new label, but the duo plan to release more titles by themselves and other artists such as Justin Prime and Anger Dimmers. On June 9, 2014, a new album was announced, returning them to their hardstyle roots. This turned out to be a rumor created by a rave news publisher, and Showtek announced on their official Facebook page that the album was not in production, as well as emphasizing the duo would not be returning to hardstyle. Discography, studio albums, Today Is Tomorrow, Analog Players in a Digital World, singles, as lead artist, singles, Showtek Controller, Showtek Save the Day / Basement, Showtek Sid I Buried, Showtek Chorus, Showtek Save the Day Again, Showtek Brain Crackin', Deepak vs Showtek Rockin' Steady, Showtek vs Gizmo 3 The Hard Way / Bangin', Showtek Pull Tomada, Showtek The Color of the Harder Styles, Showtek Born Forth His / Raver, Showtek FTS, Showtek featuring MC Divide 8. A Shout Out, Showtek Today Is Tomorrow album sampler 001, Showtek Today Is Tomorrow album sampler 002, Showtek We Live for the Music, Deepak vs Showtek Schizo, Showtek Black 2008, Showtek Raver, Showtek Early Sounds, Showtek DOS 2 Dust, Showtek Dominate, Showtek Party Lover, Showtek Apologize, Showtek Light Power, Showtek Here We Fucking Go, Showtek We Speak Music, Showtek Freak, Showtek Fast Life, Showtek The F-Track, Showtek Faces feat. Zushi, Showtek Rock Child feat. MC DV8, Showtek World Is Mine, Showtek Freak feat. MC Stretch, Showtek We Speak Music, Showtek Electronic Stereophonic feat. MC DV8, Showtek Here We Fucking Go, Showtek Analog Players in a Digital World, Showtek Generation Kick and Bass, Showtek Own the Night feat. MC DV8, Showtek Dutchy feat. MC Stretch, Showtek Fast Life, Showtek Lord D Fucking Door, Showtek My 303, Showtek We Live for the Music, Showtek Analog Players in a Digital World, Showtek feat. MC Divide 8 Rockchild, Showtek feat. MC Stretch Dutchy, Showtek feat. Zushi Faces, Tiesto and Showtek Hell Yeah. Hardwell and Showtek How We Do, Showtek and Justin Prime Cannonball, Showtek and Bass Jackers Hey. Showtek Crunk, Showtek, Slow Down, Showtek and Noise Controllers Get Loose, Showtek FT. We Are Loud and Sonny Wilson Bawl, Showtek and UK Bouncer, David Guetta and Showtek feat. Bassi Bad, co-producing, Showtek produced tracks, Chris Brown Nobody unregistered trademark S Perfect, Tiesto and Delira pair of dice, Marcel Woods Guava, Tiesto Miami, Marcel Woods and W&WA Trigger, Marcel Woods and Delira Ready, Tiesto Chasing Summers, Marcel Woods Black Angus Marco 5 and Marcel Woods Scream, Boys Will Be Boys We Rock EP, Marcel Woods Champagne Dreams, Tiesto and Marcel Woods Donia unregistered trademark. T-Ditch, Tiesto Maximal Crazy, Allure Kiss from the Past, Allure Feet. Jizz Show Me the Way, Allure Feet. Lindsay Ray unregistered trademark M Home, Allure Feet. Giza You Say Eat unregistered trademark LLBOK, Allure Kiss from the Past, Allure FT Emma Hewitt No Goodbyes, Allure FT Kate Miles My Everything, Allure Guilty Pleasures, Allure Feet. Christian Burns On the Wire, Allure Feet. Emma Hewitt Stay Forever, Marcel Woods Sunrise, Marcel Woods Questionary, Marcel Woods 3 2011, Marcel Woods Tomorrow, Marcel Woods BPM, Marcel Woods The Bottle / Everything, Marcel Woods Inside Me, Marcel Woods Advanced, Remixes, First States Cube, Cobra Effect Don't Pass Go, MAKJM 35GO, David Guetta Feat. Sam Martin Love Is on the Sun, Hardwell and MAKJ Countdown, Dirty South and Alesso Feat. Ruben Hayes City of Dreams, Carly Rae Jepsen Tonight I'm Getting Over You, Showtek Hold Us Back, Kid Cudi Fort Rat-a-tat and Management Pursuit of Happiness, Marcel Woods The Bottle, System FA Out of the Blue, Mr. Puta Green Stuff, Abyss and Judge Hardstyle Revolution, Donkey Rollers No One Can Stop Us, Charlie Lonoise and Mental Theo Wonderful Days 2.08, Brennan Hart Revival X, Zushi La La Song, Methods of Mayhem FYU, DJ Duro Just Begun, Walter Wanna Fuck, Desperation Our Reservation, Desperation Our Reservation, Walt vs 0 GI Exciter / Contact Exciter, DJ Duro Again, References, Notes, A. Get Loose did not chart on the Ultratop's Belgian Flanders singles chart, but it did chart at number 79 on the Ultratop chart, the top 100 songs which haven't made the Ultratop 50. Sources. 2. Exclusive interview with Showtek, Clubbing99.com, external links, official website.